The U.S. military is chasing down a ship linked to Venezuela for the third time this month. This follows more than 24 boat strikes against suspected drug smuggling vessels. Now Venezuela is vowing to respond to this escalation. Christiane Cordero has the details from Washington, D.C.
Today, as the U.S. chases down a third vessel with ties to Venezuela in less than 2 weeks, Venezuela's authoritarian government with a warning to the American military, calling the escalation at sea illegal and vowing to take all appropriate actions.
If they start escorting these vessels with their own navy, that could force a military confrontation with the United States. We obviously would be successful in overcoming that, but it could actually start something that I don't think the U.S. is intending, which is a direct military-on-military confrontation with Venezuela.
A U.S. official tells ABC News the Coast Guard tried intercepting a ship that's part of Venezuela's illegal sanctions evasion, adding the ship is, quote, flying a false flag and under a judicial seizure order. It follows Saturday's operation in the Caribbean, where a Coast Guard tactical team seized an oil tanker. And then 10 days earlier, U.S. forces rappelled from helicopters onto the deck of another oil tanker. For roughly 3 months prior, the U.S. has targeted suspected drug smuggling boats off the coast of Latin America. Officials say it has killed at least 104 people in 28 boat strikes. The government has not publicly provided evidence those boats were carrying drugs headed to the U.S., leaving some lawmakers concerned.
I'm not for confiscating these liners. I'm not for blowing up these boats of unarmed people that are suspected of being drug dealers. I'm not for any of this.
Others support the administration's efforts, including forcing a regime change in Venezuela.
I am all in the camp for regime change, and I'd like to see the people of Venezuela be able to elect a new leader that would not only be good for them, but good for the region and good for the United States.
Some observers say the latest operations to take over oil ships at sea is a direct target to Venezuela's economy, oil exports being essential to Maduro's regime. Christiane Cordero, ABC News, Washington.